In this video, I'm gonna edit the exact same clips in 3 different styles to see if I should change my style or am I better off doing the same one. But instead of picking the styles myself, because that would be way too easy, I'm letting this random wheel decide what I have to edit. There's only one problem though, I don't even know some of them. So yeah, let's just hope I get lucky. So the first style I'm gonna be editing is, it looks like it's gonna be, oh my god. I literally put in that one just to make it interesting, but I really hoped I would not get it because not only I've never made a daddy style edit, I also just don't really like them. So this might be a little rough. Oh my god, the motion tile. Like, if I'm being so honest, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The sooner I'm done editing this style, the happier I'll be. That being said, these are the clips I will be editing. And as always, I will only have 1 hour to finish the edit. So let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1, boom. In case you don't know what daddy style is, it's this type of style that used to be really popular back in 2019-2020, and it's known for having a lot of movement in the transitions, usually paired with a very catchy pop song, which is kind of a problem because the song I picked for these does not match the vibe at all. But hey, we'll see what I can do. The main thing I remembered about daddy style is that it's all about the motion. So I just started spamming transitions with super high values and kind of hoped it would look right. Oh my god, the motion tile. Oh god, even in a daddy edit, I have standards. About halfway through, I kind of realized that I probably should have done some research before starting the edit, because at that point I really could not remember what else these edits were made with, which you could probably tell because I just ended up using some basic effects. The only one that I actually remembered from those old edits was this scanline effect, which looked alright, I guess. Scanline, yes, a lot of daddy edits used to use this, and that looks about right. As I was finishing the final touches, the color correction, shakes, all that, I was just hoping that the transitions would be enough to make it feel like daddy style, because I really had no idea if it was gonna come out well. This is kind of giving daddy CC. I think honestly this might be where I wrap it up, because I can't really think of what more I can add. But with 13 minutes left on the timer, I ended up calling it, and this is how the edit turned out. Honestly, I don't think it turned out that bad. Unfortunately, only after finishing the edit I remembered that one of the key features of daddy style edits is the animated black bars, which I completely forgot to add, so that kind of sucks. But to really put it to the test and see if people would recognize it as daddy style, I asked my followers on Instagram to guess which style this edit is. And yeah, they definitely did not get it right. Honestly, only the transitions are really giving daddy style, so I kind of get it, but hopefully I can do better on this next style. The next style I'm editing is vibe. Okay, and as the name suggests, vibe style is all about creating a feeling using pretty simple transitions and effects to set the mood. Now, will my edit actually do that? Yeah, probably not, but I'll try my best. This time I decided to actually do some research before starting the edit. I watched a bunch of vibe style edits and noticed 3 main things. They use a lot of particles, opacity transitions, and a crazy amount of blur. With that in mind, I felt confident enough to start editing. So first, I made some basic opacity and zoom transitions. Okay, so I am done with the transitions, and to be honest, doesn't really look like a vibe edit necessarily. Then threw in some simple effects and of course way too many particles. For the finishing touches, I added some vibe style, color correction, some subtle shakes, and then I may have gone a little bit too overboard with the blurs. Like, I'm not even sure that you'll be able to see what's going on, but hey, at least it looks more like a vibe style, I think. Anyways, here's how it turned out. I'm definitely biased, but I actually love this one. Even though the clips and the song don't match the style at all, it made me think, maybe I should start making more vibe style edits. But let's see what my followers think. Can they recognize the style? And they didn't. Alright, that's 0 for 2. I really thought I would do better than this, but at least I got one more chance to redeem myself with the last style. Speaking of which, please don't land on Molob. That was close. Okay, it landed on Roto, which if you don't know, Roto style is basically, as the name suggests, a style that uses a lot of rotations in the transitions. It was really popular around when I started editing around 2021, and it was actually the first style I've ever learned. So I'm actually kind of confident I can pull this one off. I started off with the transitions, but it really didn't take me long to realize I had completely forgotten them. It took me a while to figure it out again, and by the time I did, I only had 35 minutes left. So I quickly moved to doing effects, which one of the defining traits of Roto style edits, besides all the spinning, is the ridiculous amount of overlays. So naturally, using my free editing pack, I threw in a bunch of shockwaves, particles, and even the classic Sharingan effect, because why not? Ooh, another classic Roto effect is actually adding Sharingan to every character. So let me definitely do that. It looks a little goofy, but it'll do. After finishing the shakes, I realized I still needed to add 3D text. This is the classic rotation font. I had about 5 minutes left, which would have been enough if After Effects didn't decide to freeze when I tried changing the text. I'm losing time here, bruh. So unfair. When it finally crashed, I was sitting there praying that it auto-saved, because if it didn't, it would mean all my progress could be removed and I would have less than 5 minutes to redo everything I lost. What are the chances my After Effects crashes? Luckily, it did save, well, everything except the 3D text. So I rushed to redo it as fast as I could and somehow managed to do it just in time before time ran out. And this is how the edit turned out. You can definitely tell I haven't made a Roto style edit in a while because that was rough. The one saving grace though is that my followers were actually able to guess the style correctly. So I'll take that as a win. And to see if I really should change my style to one of the 3 that I just made, I also edited the same clips, but this time in my own style.
Ryomen's Sukuna is an imaginary fierce god. So this is Sukuna. His strength is of a different kind than even Satoru Gojo's. I fear that any move we make now might result in your button. If I can do it and whack on you, get up and make it work. Ain't no way I'm sitting around this now. Never I'm picking first. Can't tell me how we'll make it. Need I have this picture first. They come out the mud like me. I have no body. I came from dirt. Looking tough, I'm feeling the way.
Now, before you head to the comments saying that there's no way you made that in 1 hour, so it's unfair to compare it to the other edits, you're absolutely right. But it's my video, so I can do whatever I want. Personally, I think Vibe Style came out the cleanest by far. While I actually had a lot of fun trying all these styles, besides Dirty Style, I think I'll stick to my own style for now. It's what I know best, and it doesn't hurt that it did pretty well on TikTok. And if you want to learn how to make edits that get millions of views as well, check out my editing course, the link will be in the description. Let me know which one you like the most in the comments. Have a good rest of the day, and peace.